In this video, I'm going to do an in-depth look into the background Haven for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Haven. Like all backgrounds, the Haven background is entirely optional. The vampire with no dots in Haven has a suicide's grave, a room in an abandoned motel, a rented office, or an apartment with windows blacked out with plastic bags. They can still remain safe and hidden by day in this relatively small and insecure Haven by default. The storyteller may allow a player character to vault a somewhat better Haven from another background such as resources, status, or influence. Of course, and those backgrounds go away, so does the character's nice Haven. A character with none of these backgrounds, however, can still have a perfectly reasonable Haven as long as they have this background. For instance, a character might not have enough money to afford a 20-room Victorian mansion in today's economy, but if a great-grandmother left them one that's fully paid for, and there's no reason they can't remain in residence as it slowly dilapidates. Base ratings in Haven abstract the Haven's size, security, and privacy. All of those factors affect the chance of spotting, penetrating, and surveilling the vampire's actual resting place. Add +1 to the difficulty of, or 1 die to dice pools resisting such effects for each dot of base Haven rating. Kindred know their Havens intimately. For each dot of base Haven rating, add 1 per dot to dice pools to notice danger, including awakening rules, page 219 of the core book, while in your Haven. Haven is one of my favorite backgrounds. So what is a Haven? Haven is not just the place you stay, but the place that you sleep safely through the day. If no points are dedicated to it, you can still have a place to sleep that is safe, hidden by day, but is small and insecure. I've always allowed resources to affect Haven in small ways. If 5 dots in resources, for example, it seems very possible for a character to have a mansion but no points spent in Haven. How I handle that is they are sleeping in a crawl space or in a compartment under some stairs or possibly in the attic. Relatively safe spaces sleep through the day to avoid the sun, but if someone was wanting to get to them, it would be fairly easy with little searching. Each point in Haven allows a kindred, even without resources, the ability to own a Haven according to the points spent in it. This could be a place given to them or discover that they can rest through the day and safely and securely according to the points spent. Everything in this background is flexible. For example, you want a large Haven, so you spend 5 points in Haven. If you choose a more secure location, you can pick an abandoned bank with its vault intact for 5 points. Or you can spend 5 points for a super private location, a small house hidden from the main road by a ridge of trees just at the edge of town. The mechanics are the same for 5 dots, but the details make the difference. How do I utilize the Haven background? If they buy it, it is theirs. I do not care if the character has 1 dot in resources. If they spend 5 dots in Haven, they can have a large house for whatever reason they can come up with. I want to hear how it's kept. Does the character let the house overgrow with weeds? Is the house kept up nice? Is the house furnished? Does the character keep food in the Haven? If a retainer or someone is living there, I can assume some of these answers. But if not, then I will ask so I know. Who knows about your Haven is important. If everyone knows, that means your enemies can know. If you keep it secret, that means that you have to not let anyone find out about where you sleep. Coterie is a central element of most games. As a rule, I generally have the coterie buy a Haven together. I will go over coterie backgrounds at some point. With the coterie having a known Haven, the coterie has a place that the people can all easily find them. Some still purchase Haven for private use, as a safe place for a backup in case of emergencies. Even if the coterie is given a Haven, unless they spend the points in the background, they would lose it. Nothing free is kept. So why do I like the Haven background so much? Its merits and flaws. It adds so much to this background. I'll give you a quick overview of some of these choices. Flaws. Keep in mind, if you purchase flaws for a coterie Haven, it gives you the number of points it costs to place anywhere within your coterie. This does not happen when purchasing flaws during character creation. The 2-dot compromised is a flaw that has your Haven having been raided before, and enemies get bonus dice to penetrate or watch your Haven. The 1-dot creepy flaw makes your Haven look like a creepy house everyone talks about. If you try bringing humans home here, you're going to have a social test penalty to keep them at ease. And then you have the 1-dot flaw haunted. This literally means that your Haven is haunted in some way. Merits. All these merits start at 1 dot and can be increased to 5. Each dot adds to your base dots in Haven to increase the Haven's overall total points, plus add some type of benefit. Hidden Armory literally gives you an armory hidden within your haven. Cell allows you to have your own personal prison within your haven. Watchman gives you security people for your haven. Laboratory gives you a place to work with alchemy or science projects. Library gives you a source of books to help you with your research roles. Location gives you bonuses depending on where your haven is located. Luxury gives you a bonus to social roles while in your haven. Postern gives you escape routes to avoid being watched near your haven. Security Systems adds to your haven security to avoid unwanted guests. Surgery gives you a room to do field surgeries. And Warding gives you a supernatural ward barring supernatural forces. It's easy to see that you could end up with a high dice pool base haven rating, and the benefits that these have for your character's story is fantastic. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've learned something new, or at least picked up on something you can incorporate in your own games.